cynical, all this shit is damn right pitiful, ayy. All these blue strips on me, yeah, right now. Pockets identical, ayy. I'm the type of nigga that'll shit on my ass, make your life miserable, ayy. DC is you off the Henny, keep that shit a stack. Maybe I did a few.
Hey, what's good with y'all boys, man? It's Matt back with another video, bro. In today's video, we got a tutorial for y'all dropping today. We finna go over how to do the basic one between the legs spin back. Y'all seen this move go crazy last year and it was my most viewed video. Everyone was finding my channel because of the basic one spin back tutorial. So we finna go over that move right now in the MyCourt, bro. If you haven't liked the video and commented MRG already, you're bugging. Only like the video if you brush your teeth though, you're no drill with that. And make sure you sub up with noties on if this tutorial helped you. Let me know if you have any problems. Comment down below what you want to see next, etc. We finna get into this tutorial right now, bro. So first things first, for the basic one spin back, you gotta have on my SIGS, or at least a few of my SIGS. So right now, I'll go over what you want to have and what you need to have. So first things first, you need basic one spin back. Basic one moving spin is the spin move that allows you to do the the glitchy spin back, the sideways dribbling. It's good for around the world dribbling if you refer to that from my channel, my dribble style, all that. You gotta have that on there. Now for a crossover, you want to have Pro 2 is personally the best. I'm gonna put Pro 2 on for this video. I believe you can work, you can get away with it with other crossovers because you just have to do it between the legs. But if your between the legs isn't quick like the Pro 2 one that everyone abuses, you're gonna struggle. It's gonna look weird. But I would shoot for Pro 2 Pro 2 cross, and for behind the back, you can do Pro 3 and Pro 5. Pro 3 will work better because you can spin back off of behind the back or between the legs either way. So I would shoot for these three SIGs right here: Pro 2, Pro 3, Basic 1. Put those on. Everything else is whatever, as long as your dribble style is something personalized, you should be fine. So anyways, bro, let's get into this tutorial right now. Alright, bro, so for the basic one glitchy spin back tutorial, first things first, you gotta understand the concept of the move. You can do this move off of any crossover or hand switch dribble move when you're going forward. So you can do a crossover and spin back off of that, or you can do it between the legs, or finally, you can do a behind the back. I'm going to do that right now. Behind the back, boom, spin back, and then pull the 3, and that's pretty much the move right there. So what I'm going to go over right now is all 3 of those moves. So first things first, you got to know how to do the first part of the move. So we'll start with the crossover. To do the crossover, all you do is flick your right stick up while moving forward, and you don't hold sprint. So just walk forward, flick your right stick up, and that's the crossover right there, okay? Alright, so for the between the legs, you're going to sprint forward or turbo forward, hold your right trigger down, move forward and flick your right stick to the opposite side of the ball hand. Right there, I flicked it to the right because my ball was in the left hand. If the ball was in my right hand, I would flick it left, so like that right there. So all you do is hold sprint and flick your ball to the opposite ball hand. That's a between the legs. And to do it behind the back, you have to let go of sprint. So just like the crossover, you're not holding turbo. You're going to run forward and flick your right stick down, or you're going to walk forward and flick your right stick down to the opposite ball hand. So ball in the right hand here, I'm going to flick my right stick down to the left. And if the ball's in my left hand, I'm going to run forward, flick it down to the right without holding sprint. So now that you know those 3 moves, I'm going to go over how to do that and then the spin back. So if you don't know how to do those moves, make sure you just, pay attention to what I just said. So to do the spin back, the ball has to be in whatever hand it is. Let's say if the ball's in the right hand after a crossover or behind the back, you're going to spin your stick from the top right to the bottom right. So if I start with my left hand and I'm going to do a behind the back going forward, I do the behind the back, and without even clicking turbo the whole time, I'm going to flick my right stick from top right to bottom right because the ball's going to go to my right hand from the behind the back. So I do the behind the back, and then I spin my stick from the top right to the bottom right. You don't need to hold sprint. If you're doing it with the between the legs, which is the most common, then you hold sprint for the between the legs. I did the crossover on accident. You hold sprint for the between the legs, but you're going to let go of sprint before you do the spin back. So you just have to put the 2 moves together, alright? There's pretty much 2 moves to the glitchy spin back. It's whatever crossover you do, and then the spin back. The spin back is simply just a spin from top right to bottom right, or if the ball's left hand, it's top left to bottom left. So all you do is a spin after a certain crossover. So to do the regular crossover into the spin back, I'm going to walk forward, flick my stick up, and then rotate it from top right to bottom right like this. 1, and then I messed it up there because I'm absolutely garbage. But you want to do it quick. And the quicker you do it, the better. And I know there's a lot of people that tend to hold their left stick down when they do spin backs. That's because of Pro 4. You don't hold your stick down, your left stick. You know how you usually aim your left stick movement because that's the direction of your player? You don't have to do that. So all you have to do is literally just do the behind the back, the spin back, and just let go of everything. When I do the spin back, I don't even touch the controller after it. And watch how long I run for. I'm going to do a behind the back and a spin back, and my player goes, he turns around and runs like 4 steps. Watch. I didn't flick anything after the spin back. I didn't hold my stick down or nothing. I ran from the free throw line to the 3. So to do the spin back, you don't hold sprint, and you don't even have to aim your player. All you have to do is right stick flicking while running forward. So I'm going to run forward, do a move, and then spin downwards with the stick, and it literally runs me back to the half court line. That's pretty much the concept of the move. So to sum it up, in case you're still confused, you do a crossover between the legs, behind the back. You do one of those moves, and whatever hand you put the ball to, you're going to rotate the stick from the top corner of that side to the bottom corner of that side. Crossover to the right, I'm then going to spin my stick from top right to bottom right. I recommend not doing it with the crossover because you see it's kind of inconsistent. I get it sometimes, other times I don't. You have to do it very quickly if you do a crossover, and sometimes you get that spin right there. Now, I will tell you guys the drawback of the basic one spin is sometimes when you do half spins, you get terrible half spins out of it. Like I know a lot of you know from last year, when you run downwards and try to do a half spin, sometimes you get ugly moves. Right there, that's a really good one. You get the sideways half spin. Other times, you'll get the long half spin like that right there, and it looks terrible. But you also have that good one right there I just did. So, you know, it's a give or take move. You put on basic 1 if you really know how to do like that right there. Those type of glitchy turnaround moves. But if you're a guy that likes to do half spins, I recommend Pro 4 basic 2 spin. Anyways, bro, that's pretty much it for the basic 1 spin back tutorial. If you're still confused, comment down below. I will answer questions as I always do. But pretty much all you do is a crossover and a downwards spin, bro. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, sub with noties on, comment down below, MRG, comment down below, I just subbed because I'm a GOAT. If you need help with anything, comment down below, I'll help you with that. But anyways, bro, it's been MattRadiant. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'm going to catch y'all boys later. I'm out. Peace out, boys.
Lately you've been on my mind like all the time. Trying to get you out my